any remaining questions that you guys have as a group. So first up, we have Amber Red, who went to the University of Pennsylvania. Thank you.
Yeah.
University of Pennsylvania, and I'm undecided for the major, but my current top choices are neuroscience, computer science, and computer science. First for tips, I think a common piece of advice everyone gives is to follow your passions. I'm actually going to disagree with that because as I have thoroughly learned in my last semester at college, many people's passion is making money and securing a future for their families. So if that's also your passion as well, it can be hard to follow the base your passion advice. So my advice is to, if you're just entering high school, or if you're a freshman or sophomore, it can be easy to kind of choose a narrative. So choose a future path, maybe a career path, something else that kind of focuses around helping people or changing the world in some positive way. And by choosing the school early, you can kind of tailor your extracurriculars, your essays, and your entire application around this sort of niche future goal of yours. If you're already a junior or senior, it can be kind of hard to do this, but you can try to pick one sooner than later, and then kind of add extracurriculars, or just look at your extracurriculars that you have right now, and try to pick a cohesive path. In terms of the essays, I feel like something really helpful is to just be authentic as you can, which I know is like the advice everyone gives, but I think a common trap a lot of people fall into is kind of just writing what you think the admission officers want to hear. And this is something that I did for some of my colleges as well. But I feel like the best essays I wrote and the easiest ones to write were the ones where I was just truly authentic to myself and wrote my general feelings and what I truly thought about the college or about my background or my community. So I also think that it's pretty obvious for people to tell, even when they're reading people's essays, people that I know who are kind of college right now, when they are not being authentic, and they're just writing like random things, yes, that the admissions officers want to hear. So for the YS essays, I would try to going back to the narrative, try to find specific tools or programs or internships this college can provide that are very, very specific and that no other college can give you, because a lot of the times you write about clubs or a major or classes, pretty much every single college has this club, has this major, etc. So specifics, like truly specific things that will uniquely give you the tools to complete or achieve the future plan that you choose your narrative about. Next, you will be okay. It's going to be okay. I know it's a really stressful time, but for everyone that I know, it's worked out really well for them. Everyone's really happy at their colleges. Yeah. On the plus side, you can also donate a building, which can also be very helpful. I met a lot of people who are very wealthy, and maybe they aren't as qualified as other people. In terms of my college experience, I'm honestly pretty happy. The best part has genuinely been the people I've met and been surrounded by. I've met such motivated, creative, passionate people who genuinely really, really care about their future, but also other people. Some of my friends are so kind, so caring, and they're also so passionate about what they do and what they want to do in the future. And I feel like my environment at Penn has really, really shaped me into a completely different person in just one semester. I feel different, I feel more motivated, I feel kinder. I just feel like an overall more rounded person because of the people I surround myself with. Going further with that, it is super motivated to be around other motivated people. Basically everyone I know is, they have a future goal and plan, they are pursuing that. They're studying every day. We're going to clubs together. We're studying for things together. We're applying for internships already. Maybe not me, but some people are. People are getting internships already. And it definitely motivates you to see other people do well and make a future for themselves. Third point, it is definitely stressful and kind of touching back to high school. In high school, you feel like the end goal is getting to college and that all your problems will be solved. It's a never-ending rat race because once you get into the quote-unquote good college, you're now trying to get internships, you're trying to get the best investment banking job or whatever, or the best grad school you can get into, and it's a never-ending race to be the best or to succeed. And it's a race that you will honestly never win. There's always going to be someone smarter than you, more passionate, more motivated. And that's something you can't let take over your life. You can't compete with other people. You have to make the best future for yourselves. And college isn't the end-all be-all. Your future career isn't it. It's finding happiness in yourself. My last point is that right now when you apply to colleges, you have to, not only you have to, but a lot of people like write down a major. And I would just pick the major that your extracurriculars align with because it is so okay to not know what you want to do. I'm probably thinking about changing my major to something. One of those three you saw on the side earlier, none of them, two of them, something like that. I have engineering friends who switch their major every other week. One of my friends has switched his major 6 times, all the way from Chem-E, Mech-E, EE, electrical engineering, AICS. I don't think there are any majors for him switching to, but he's still thinking about that. And it's truly okay to not know what you want to do. You will have the opportunity in college to take classes that you're interested in and build the future you want for yourselves. Thank you. Thanks, guys.
I have a question.
Yeah.
So, can you share more about your, scores, or what, in your opinion, brought you into the current state university?
To be honest, I don't know. Yeah, it's hard to know for sure. I definitely do think I had good test scores. I had a 1580 super score, and I had a 98-ish, so GPA. But when I looked at my, you can request your admissions file back from Penn. I looked at it, and I got pretty, middling to, high-ish scores on everything. I got 4.44, 4.34 on my, it was, extracurriculars or, community involvement, something like that. So I'm honestly not too sure what it was. I think, to be honest, in my opinion, that scores and GPA are just, a baseline tool. Once you hit, in my opinion, 1,500 and, a 3.859, then you are honestly fine. And then at that point, they will focus on your extracurriculars, what involvement have you had in the community, and if they think you will actually do something to change the world. Because obviously, colleges, if someone cures cancer, they want their colleges to be attached to that. So I think once you have the baseline SAT GPA scores, you can focus on your extracurriculars and writing really cohesive, passionate essays that make you seem like a really great person to have.
Does the extracurriculum activity play a role?
The extracurricular?
The activities voluntary activities, or your clubs or whatever you're interested in.
Yeah, I would say that those, in my opinion, play the biggest role over SAT or AP scores, because I know people at Penn right now who have had SAT scores that are in the 1300s, people who have not gotten a single 5 on the AP exam, which I know is unbelievable. But their extracurriculars are so amazing. They're so passionate about what they want to do. They're so involved in their community. They volunteer, they do clubs, they're raising money, they have nonprofits. I think this is what truly sets people apart, because there are a million people with the 1600 SAT or 4.0, but there's not people who have genuinely made an impact in their communities.
Thank you.
Our next presenter is
Hi guys, my name is Megan. Just like Amber, I'm a freshman at the University of Pennsylvania. My current prospective major is neuroscience. med student, but of course it's subject to change. The nice thing about UPenn is that it only forces you to choose a major after the end of your sophomore year. And so, can you see a show of hands? How many people in here are sophomores? Juniors? And then seniors? Okay, I'll skip over the sophomores part then. Okay, so I just have some advice for current juniors. I know this is what it's a lot of repetitive stuff that you see online. But essentially, one thing that I regret not doing my junior year is more deeply researching the colleges that I was going to be applying to. I just kind of looked at it as a baseline factor. I was like, oh, it's an Ivy League. It's in a city. I want to go there. And like Amber, when she was asking, oh, why did you choose? Low-key, that was the reason I chose. But my advice for current juniors is like deeply research every school that you might be slightly interested in. And don't just consider the facts of like, oh, do they have the major I want? Like, are they in a good location? But consider things like academic flexibility. A lot of people go into college not knowing what they really want to pursue. So you want to make sure that you go to a place that will let you change your field of interest. Another thing is like co-op opportunities. That's really important to you. You know, find like having experience, opportunities with certain industries that you want to work with or companies. And then of course, campus life and culture especially. While you're researching colleges, if you know any upperclassmen that go to a college that you're interested in, ask them, like, why do you think this college is such a right fit for you? Do you like the vibe of the college? How are the people there? What's the culture like? I think that's the most important part to having an successful and enjoyable college experience. And then another piece of advice is to suck up to your teachers to really get those red letters. A lot of times, like Amber said before, a lot of these colleges really do care about your character as a person, and those are best shown through, of course, your essays and also your additional letters. So I think you can ask up to 3 teachers for some colleges, and then two like coaches or teachers you have outside of school. And then also to be intentional with your extracurriculars. So as you have here in sophomore year, it's like explore what you want, join every single class, find out what you're interested in. But then in junior year, remember, you're like really busy with school and all your extracurriculars. Really cut down. You only have 10 spaces in your Common App to write activities, so just focus on the 10 that you care